Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is Sunday, the 10th of December 2023. And today's video is Hamas and peace. I got two videos emailed to me. One of them we spoke about last week, which was the bombing in the Philippines. We're going to elaborate a little bit more on that, but also there was one more video. I'm going to let you listen to it, and I'm going to put it also in the description box. And this is a very important video. Please listen carefully.
And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance.
I'm sorry.
It's
a very short
let me
video.
say this in English so you can understand what I'm saying.
I have translation.
No, I know you have translation, but I just want to make sure you get it right. There will come a day that we will see far more radical extremists and terrorists coming out of Europe because of lack of decision making, trying to be politically correct, or assuming that they know the Middle East and they know Islam and they know the others far better than we do. And I'm sorry, but that's pure ignorance. And let me say this in English so you...
Okay, this is very interesting. Today's video is Hamas and peace. And to start this, what does really Hamas want? We're going to discuss that. To do that, there is a hadith I would like to start with. Hadith, for those who do not know what it means, it is the teaching of the founder of Islam when he used to give education to his people. So he would give them wise words, and that's called hadith. Supposed to be wise words. Okay, let's see. Let's get to that. All right. It's actually written, when you get it in the description box, it's written in different ways. And I'm going to give my own translation, because the translation oftentimes they try to make the words mild, so they don't put the actual honest translation. Okay, let's start that some of the people who were during that education session, they narrate so and so and so and so until the person who's writing it down. And the founder of Islam was saying, Umirt. But that word is very interesting. It means I received a command. This is like when you are if you are in the military and the highest general say, okay, we need to take over this hill. Otherwise, we will be defeated totally. So we have no choice. Then he tells all of his generals, go and take over this hill. So they do, at any cost. That is a command. You don't give opinion about it. Okay? So the founder of Islam, received a command from above. That means from God, or his Allah, or whatever. I received a command to fight. Fight here, the word that it is used, it rise up to murdering, slaughtering, killing, right? Until fight the people with the intention even to kill them if needed, until they testify there is no God but Allah, and I, Muhammad, that means I am his prophet, whether you believe it or not. And here it says the people. That means not the Jews, not the Christian, or not only the Jews, or not only the Christian, not only the Buddhist, not only the Hindu, not only the atheist. No, the people, the 8 billion people on earth, without exception, all of them. He has to fight them until they say there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet, and pray. Well, the Jews pray, the Hindu people pray, the Buddhists, everybody pray, all religions pray. No, you pray as Muhammad commands you to pray. Okay, you pray his way, and you take direction towards Kaaba, which is the black building in Mecca. Okay, you pray as he commanded, and you pay tithing. Now, when you become a religious person, or you want to you want to join any group, religious group, whether it's Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, whatever, you're free to do so. But not all Christian or Jewish or Hindu have to give tithing, or have to give amount of donation every month from their salary. Let's say you are making little money and you cannot pay. According to Islam, you must pay to the Caliph this tithing. In other religions, it is suggested. It's not a command. It is suggested to donate, so that the church or the synagogue or the temple can do charity work to help the needy. Okay, but here in that hadith, and that's why before the death of the founder of Islam, his disciples or his followers, or the group that they followed him, they were fighting among each other, not to bring a message to people. No, they are fighting who is going to be the leader. Why? Because you can give the order, we are going to invade this town now, loot their money, take their women as sex slaves, and bring them home to me. The looting, the founder of Islam used to claim 20% of it, and he would look at the women, take the finest of them, the most pretty, the youngest, for himself. So there is a clear benefit, physical, substantial, direct payment right there. Okay, they have seen that with the founder of Islam, his followers seen that. They received some of the benefit when they went out to invade the surrounding towns and kill the men, and some of them got 2 women, 3, whatever. They see how many women they capture, and they divide them among their army, and the money is divided equally. And let's say one of them has so many women, he doesn't want any more, he would sell the 1 or 2 women came in his share to somebody else, or take them to the slave market, and sell them for some money. So what does Hamas want? Is it the freedom of Palestine or the freedom of Gaza? Actually, Gaza was under Islamic rule. It was under Hamas. It was ruled by Hamas. It was not occupied by Israel. So what do they want? Okay, let me make a suggestion here. Let's say before the United Nations divided the land between the Israeli and the Palestinian, some people were suggesting to buy a piece of land in Africa or in Argentina and move all the people there. They make their own country, so in case somebody crazy person like Hitler rises up and try to slaughter them, as it happened during World War II, they have a safe haven to go to. Let's say we do that now, and all the Israelis, all of them without exception, leave Israel and migrate to this new piece of land in Africa or in Argentina. What would Hamas stop fighting? No. No. Because this is a command from Allah to fight people until they say there is no God but Allah, and pay. Pray and pay. It rhymes. Pray as the Prophet of Islam said you should pray, and pay. Okay? And when you join us, if you are a young man, you join us. You join our army, our gang, and we go to loot another city. Take their wealth, you get a share. Take their women, you can have more sex. I mean, when I hear this man talking and saying that there will come a day that terrorism will come from Europe, I actually disagree with him a little bit, because it's not only Europe. There will be coming Muslim terrorists from America, from Canada, from Mexico. There are quite a few Palestinians, by the way, in Mexico. I don't know about further south from Mexico, because I never been to any of these countries. But I know Brazil has some. How many, I do not know. But I will not be surprised that also there's some of them in Brazil. Okay? I know some of them are in Russia. So they are all over. They are all over. Okay? So what do they want? They want to conquer the world. So even if the Jews move to another piece of land, that will not solve anything. Why? Because the objective is to conquer the world for Islam. Okay? When this hadith says, I have a command to fight people, the 8 billion people on earth, that means there's no exception. And actually, including that the Muslim, let's say the upper hand will be for the Sunni Muslim, because they are about 75% of the Muslim population. So the Shia is about 23%. So of course the Sunni will have the upper hand in fighting. And guess what? They will also invade a country like Iran, because it's primarily Shia, and they will try to conquer it. And in their opinion, the opinion of the Sunni Muslims, these people are not Muslims, hence I can kill the men and I can take their women as sex slaves, I can sell them in the slave market, or I can abuse them sexually, I can violate them sexually. Okay, so when the attack on October 7th happened in Israel and some girls got raped, I am not shocked. Yes, the rest of the world probably is shocked, or rather, I wouldn't say the rest of the world. Non-Muslim are shocked. Non-Muslim are shocked. I was not. Many of the people who are aware of Islam, I'm not shocked because this, the founder of Islam, practiced. His followers practiced that. They invaded, they raped. Okay? Of course, they say, oh, that's not rape because she is his now. She is, they call it sabiya, meaning she is his property. She is a property. So, for example, if you have a TV and you decide to throw it away because you don't want it anymore, it's your property. You have the right to do that. So this girl now is his property. Okay? He can violate her anytime he wants, and that is not wrong because this is the rule of Islam, the highest religion on earth, and the highest prophet that came to humanity. One thing I would like to mention about this man, I don't know what country he is from, but however, I would like to speak about what he said here and what I perceive from his speech. This man, he is very well educated. And I don't mean by that external education because in the Islamic world there are many people who are doctors, lawyers, dentists, well educated people, extremely educated. However, they have never risen above their culture. So in a way, you see, you could be externally educated, but if you are living with your mind, for example, the right hand man of Osama bin Laden, his name is Zawahiri. This man is a doctor. He's a doctor. And yet he believes in that nonsense that he has to fight. Why did he join Osama bin Laden? Because they were both fighting the people in general to say there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his prophet, and you give us them and pray as the prophet said and give us money. Okay, so he's a doctor, but in my opinion, culturally, he is a very low standard in terms of a person who agrees to rape, invading other people, countries or town, and claiming their property for myself, and raping their women, and taking their children as slaves to do hard labor. If you agree to that, I'm sorry, regardless of how much education you have received, you are totally ignorant in my book. You are a very, very, very poor person mentally, artistically, culturally. You are very poor. It doesn't matter if you have a PhD in whatever, in philosophy, but I mean, there are many Islamic leaders who have PhD and they are very, they are very well learned. They read thousands of books in their lifetime, and they can analyze these books so well, and yet they believe that this is a good way of life. That book that came with the founder of Islam called the Quran should be the constitution for humanity to follow. That's how they believe. And therefore, only very few, this man one of them, in my books, very few people manage to come out of that swamp and rise above this culture and look at it from outside and examine it well and say, this is sick. And I believe, I don't have any proof, but I believe also the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia has risen above this nonsense. And that's why he is working so hard, opening the country, modernizing the country, and changing it. I hope he will change it to a better situation and not to invite dictatorship of a different type, like the communist system or the socialist system or whatever system. I hope we learn from the past. Uh, Thank you so much for that video that really opened my mind so many things, and I hope you can comment, and if you have a suggestion, please suggest. Thank you very much.